Hello and welcome to the Space Between Ideas. I'm Blaine Gates. Welcome to day 2 of the battle of the AI site builders. All right, so this is the last thing that I want to do, right? So here's Programming Expert, Learn to Code by Algo Expert, Programming Expert, an unrivaled platform to learn to code, the fastest way to become a software engineer. So do I really want to be a software engineer? Yes, but no. So that's the whole point of the battle of the AI site builder, is because I've already designed my MVP. Basically, my MVP has some objects. It has a banner. It has a text box 1, which introduces the product. It has text box 2, which provides some questions. And then it has input box 1, where people can enter some text. And then it has input box 2, where people can put their email address. And then it has a button where people can send the PDF. How do the objects interact? So here's the object interactions. So when the button is clicked, the text box text and the input box text is sent to the email address. All right, so basically what I want is the banner, the text box, the input box. I want these items to be sent as a PDF to this email address. And in addition, I want the content and email. Yeah, so the content of this input box and also their email address, I want it to be sent to an Excel file or spreadsheet. Or spreadsheet. Is that what it's called? All right. So now, what are the questions? So, like, as you already know, the questions are basically like, what is the level of effort? So what's the amount of time, focus, determination needed to get the job done? So did I spend enough time on the task today? I would say yes. How boring or motivating? I would say that this platform, so let's just jump into it for a second before we talk about that. So the first thing that this company, Webflow, offers is an expert. So they say, hey, why don't you contact one of our experts, and then you can pay us some money and we'll just make it for you real quick because it's not very difficult. And it's like, no, I don't want to pay money. And then they're like, okay, well, you can go through our videos. So actually, I did go through these videos, not all of them, but around half of the videos. And I couldn't find what I needed in these videos. So it was like, okay, that doesn't work. Anyway, so eventually I just went into their whole system and I found out that, like, yeah, it's actually pretty good. I was able to make the banner and I was able to add that text, the first text box. Here's the second text box. This is a simplified version of Performance Web App. The version only includes level of effort. I don't know why I included some extra. So this is part of the banner. Then this is the text box. Then here's the questions. And then you enter your thoughts here, enter your email, and then send the PDF. Perfect, right? And so actually what happened was I jumped into ChatGPT. I started asking, okay, I'm attempting to build my app on Webflow.com. I need some help from a web developer. Do you have access to documentation to help me complete one-page website using Webflow.com? Bing! No. Like, basically, they're like, go watch the videos. I watched the videos. What's next? And they're like, whatever. So you can add a panel. It gives like some really basic ideas, but it wasn't enough, and I didn't want to argue with Bing, so I tried out Bard. He says, I'm not gonna help you with that. And then they just sent me some random code. That was kind of weird. So I jumped into ChatGPT, and in fact, there's like a new ChatGPT that just came out today. I'm just curious if it's gonna say the same thing. I don't have access to documentation, Webflow University, Webflow Community. Yeah, that's not very good. I'm just tired of this. I kind of was playing with it before, but it didn't really do anything that I wanted it to do. Anyways, eventually ChatGPT, it was like telling me some crazy stuff. Started sending me some code, and I can't understand how to do number 4 on the list. And then it's like, well, you can do all these things. In fact, actually, I went through this, and it worked out pretty good until it asked me to use Zapier. So I ended up actually using Zapier. So it was actually an interesting process to learn how to use Zapier and try to figure out how to trigger this email process. The issue was that once I figured out how to do everything, then it said I needed to add some kind of embedded object, but you have to pay to be able to get the embedded object. So overall, I like the user experience of Webflow, but it can't be done. The thing I wanted to be done can't be done with this app unless you pay money. So Webflow, you're out.